So in your one of your last tutorials, I explained that when you're on this star here, that's the library that is provided by WeVideo of free images and video. Here, where the file folder is with little star, that's either media that I have shared with you or media that you have uploaded yourself. So go ahead and go to that file folder. And I did go ahead and share some clips with you guys, some different media. So that's going to be in the shared folder. Okay, so let's take, go ahead and grab one of these images here. Go ahead and grab this Rico image of this lady here. Okay, so remember I told you earlier that if you want to edit that clip at all, if you double click on it, that's when all your options are going to come up for that clip. So here, this again, we've already talked about. This is how you can flip the image that way, or you can just flip it from left to right. I'm going to be honest, I don't really quite understand what these are yet. Here you can size it. I usually prefer to size it though by the handles. And then this is where you can decide where to position it, which we'll talk about a little bit more here in a minute. Then you have up here in these tabs are different options for you. You can also click animation, and you can do, I forget the name of this animation, but you can make it so, and I actually do want you guys to do this one. So you've got your image selected. This is an animation where you can just have your image move while it's on the screen. There are so many different ways you can do this. So let's say for me, I'm on the start. So go ahead and select start. And I'm going to put it where I want it to start. So I can make it, for this one, I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm just going to I'm going to have it start over here. Then I'm going to select I'm going to select end. So you guys go ahead and select, wait, my bad. I must have been on end. Okay, let me try that again. Start. Why does it do that? Okay, start. Try that again. Sorry, guys. So let's start down here, and then you're going to select end, and you're going to pick where you want it to end. I want it to be bigger, and I want it to end here. So if I play that, I'll see this is where I had it starting, and then you'll see that whatever your duration of your clip is, it will move from where you started it to where you ended it within that amount of time. So go ahead and add in that effect to your image. And again, let me just show you some other examples. You can start it to go from like smaller to bigger, or you could do the opposite. You could start it bigger and have it go to smaller. There's so many different things you can do with that effect there. Okay. The one thing you do need to know though that screws a lot of people up, when you do add that effect in there, when you come back to this tab, you can no longer use some of these options because it's basically saying you already have an animation on there, so you can't change some of these things. So if you ever see that, that's because you have an animation there. Okay, some of the other things you can do with your images. I don't do a whole bunch with this stuff just because I haven't really learned how to do it that well yet, but you can change your different options with your brightness, your contrast, your saturation, your hue, your temperature, and your tint. Again, if you want to mess around with this for a second to see which each one does, that's fine, but don't take a whole ton of time. And then the last thing, this is the fun stuff. This is where if you use a green screen, you can use that effect. So I'm going to have you, we didn't use a green screen on that one, so go ahead and hit done editing. And let's grab one of our green screens. This is Miss Untitled here. Go ahead and drag and drop this guy down here like that for now. And then go ahead and double click on it to open it up. Now, you actually can use any color for a background as long as the color is solid. Now, I've learned a lot about this recently, so when I recorded this, I would probably do a lot different nowadays, but you should make sure that your screen is flat. See how mine's all wrinkly whatnot, you need to make sure that yours is flat when you guys record. All you do when you color key, go ahead and you should have this open to this part too. So you click this little dropper guy, and you just click wherever you want the color to be removed. So if I click there, see how that got rid of all of the green around Mrs. Bronchital. Now you have to be careful, because if your subject is wearing green and you take out all that green, it will take out their green as well. So that can be kind of problematic. If you ever see like, I guess fringe around the outside of her, that's caused from shadows when you recorded. If you ever see that, and I'll try to show you some later, you can drag this fringe option and that will kind of tone that down a bit. So right now, you should be where I am. You took out the green around Mrs. Bronchital. Go ahead and hit Done Editing. And this would be where this layering again comes into effect. At this point, you can put anything you want behind her. So go ahead and let's drag this image here down below her, and we want it to start from the beginning, and you want to drag it so it goes on throughout the duration of her clip. Now notice,
teachers and staff.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but at one point, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I can't find it. There was a part where when I recorded her, a little tiny piece of the green screen was not in place, so I could see the wall behind her. Again, if that happens, remember, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. You can move her, you can make it bigger in case there is like a part of the green screen so we could get it out. There's just countless things that you can do here with your images and green screening.
I found a good example of explaining the defringing to you guys. So see right here where the color is different. You've got the nice clean white there, and then this looks a little dirtier here. I figured out that's because Miss Bronchital, when we color keyed and we took out the green, this is where you would defringe. Do you see this little parts around her there too? If you defringe that and you drag it, notice how those disappear. That is what defringing will do. So again, when you guys record, if you decide to use the green screen, it's very important that there is no shadow on the green screen, because that's what causes the sometimes the color not to completely go away, or causes some dark spots where there shouldn't be dark spots.
Okay, and then the last part I want to show you here with this one is the timing. So when you have a video clip, you can you can make it slow-mo or you can speed it up. So that's how you do this. I'm going to be honest, I don't really know what this is. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But here is where, if you want to slow it down or speed the clip up, that's where you would do that. And then this option here, so this is kind of good to use when you do the smooth in and out. That way, like if your clip is going at a normal pace and you do slow it down or speed it up, it gradually goes into that instead of just going normal pace and then all of a sudden zooming up. That's what that allows it to do. It'll smooth it in or out. Okay, go ahead and practice just take like a minute maybe, practicing changing your speed on that, and then you're done with this tutorial.